The lights are bright, the music is loud. The man in the spotlight, hair sculpted, grin wide, oozes charisma. Donald J. Trump, a name synonymous with wealth, ambition, and an unapologetic pursuit of the limelight. From real estate mogul to reality TV star, his rise was as audacious as his persona. But beneath the glitz, a darker narrative simmered, one whispered in hushed tones and dismissed with legal threats. Allegations of infidelity and sexual misconduct dogged Trump for decades. Women came forward with their stories, their voices often drowned out by the cacophony of his denials and the unwavering support of his loyal base. Each accusation was met with the same ferocious counteroffensive denials, lawsuits, character assassinations. The pattern was clear, a playbook deployed to protect the image and silence the accusers. Then, in 2018, a name broke through the noise, a storm that would shake the very foundations of Trump's presidency. Her name was Stormy Daniels, and her story would become a national obsession, a scandal for the ages. The story of Donald Trump and sexual misconduct is not a new one. It is a narrative woven through the fabric of his public life, a persistent undercurrent to his rise to power. From his early days as a brash New York businessman to his time as a reality TV star, accusations followed him like shadows. There was Ivana Trump, his first wife, who accused him of marital rape during their tumultuous divorce. Though she later retracted the claim, the legal documents and her initial account painted a disturbing picture. Then came other women, their stories echoing similar themes: unwanted advances, groping, inappropriate comments. Each accusation met with the same vehement denial, the same legal threats, the same attempts to discredit and silence. The whispers never truly faded, lingering, a dark cloud hovering over his public persona. Her name was Stephanie Clifford, but the world would come to know her as Stormy Daniels, a name synonymous with one of the biggest political scandals in American history. A star in the adult film industry, Daniels was a woman who knew how to own her sexuality, her confidence a stark contrast to the demure image often projected onto women entangled in such scandals. In 2006, Daniels encountered Donald Trump, then a burgeoning reality TV star, at a celebrity golf tournament. What followed was a brief encounter, the details of which would remain shrouded in secrecy for over a decade. Daniels' story, when it finally emerged, would become a media sensation. It was a tale of a one-night stand, a hush-money payment, and a web of legal agreements designed to silence her. Stormy Daniels was different. She was bold, unafraid, and had a story to tell, one that would capture the attention of the world. The world of adult entertainment is a far cry from the gilded cages of Trump Tower. But it was in this world that Stephanie Clifford, a woman who would later command the attention of a nation, first made her mark. Born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Clifford's early life was a world away from the bright lights and scandalous headlines that would come to define her. Hers was a childhood marked by challenges, a family fractured and struggling to make ends meet. Young Stephanie, bright and ambitious, found solace and escape in the world of fantasy and storytelling. Even as a teenager, Clifford possessed a magnetic personality, a charisma that drew people in. She was a natural performer, captivating audiences in school plays and talent shows. At 17, Clifford took a leap into the unknown, entering the adult film industry under the name Stormy Daniels. It was a world that offered both liberation and exploitation, a stage where she could embrace her sexuality while navigating the complexities of a business built on fantasy and illusion. Stormy Daniels quickly rose through the ranks of the adult film industry. Her sharp wit, undeniable charisma, and willingness to push boundaries made her a fan favorite. She wasn't just a pretty face. She was a savvy businesswoman, writing and directing her own films, taking control of her narrative. Beyond the screen, Daniels explored other creative avenues, including stand-up comedy and mainstream media appearances. Daniels was more than just an adult film star. She was a pop culture figure, challenging societal norms with her outspoken personality. But a chance encounter in 2006 at a celebrity golf tournament in Lake Tahoe would forever alter the course of her life. It was there that Stormy Daniels met Donald Trump, a man whose own star was on the rise. The air crackled with excitement at the American Century Championship, a celebrity golf tournament held annually in Lake Tahoe. Amidst the throngs of fans and flashing cameras, two worlds collided. Donald Trump, the brash billionaire businessman and reality TV star, crossed paths with Stormy Daniels, the adult film actress making waves with her sharp wit and entrepreneurial spirit. Trump, never one to shy away from attention, was drawn to Daniels' confidence and undeniable charisma. What began as a casual exchange at a celebrity event would evolve into a brief, clandestine affair, the details of which would remain shrouded in secrecy for over a decade. Years later, as Trump ascended to the highest office in the land, the memory of that fateful meeting in Lake Tahoe resurfaced, threatening to unravel his carefully constructed narrative. The details of that summer night in Lake Tahoe were, for years, shrouded in whispers and denials. Stormy Daniels, bound by a legal agreement, remained silent, the story of her encounter with Donald Trump a secret she carried with her. According to Daniels, what began as a chance meeting at the golf tournament escalated quickly. Trump, exuding his trademark charm and bravado, invited her to his private suite at the hotel. Inside the suite, the atmosphere was charged, a potent mix of power, attraction, and the unspoken awareness that this was a night that could have lasting consequences. What transpired between them that night would become a matter of intense scrutiny, the details debated and dissected in courtrooms and on cable news channels for years to come. In the aftermath of their encounter, Stormy Daniels found herself caught in a web of conflicting emotions. There was the thrill of having captivated the attention of a powerful man, but also a growing unease. Trump, for his part, seemed eager to maintain the secrecy of their liaison. His lawyers, ever vigilant protectors of his image, swooped in, presenting Daniels with a non-disclosure agreement. For Daniels, signing the NDA meant securing a hefty sum of money, but it also meant silencing her own voice. The weight of the secret pressed down on Daniels, a constant reminder of the night in Tahoe and the agreement that bound her. She continued to build her career, but behind the scenes, the memory of that night lingered. As Donald Trump transitioned from reality TV star to presidential candidate, the whispers about his past grew louder. Rumors of affairs and sexual misconduct, once confined to the tabloids, began to seep into the mainstream media. Journalists, sensing a story, began digging into Trump's past, following the trail of whispers and allegations. The name Stormy Daniels surfaced during these investigations, a whisper among whispers. Reporters sensing a bombshell tracked down Daniels, eager to uncover the truth. At first, Daniels remained silent, bound by the NDA she had signed years earlier. But the pressure mounted, the media attention relentless, and the world waited with bated breath. The non-disclosure agreement, a legal document designed to ensure silence, became the focal point of the burgeoning scandal. Trump's lawyers, fiercely protective of their client's reputation, threatened legal action against anyone who dared to break the terms of the agreement. Daniels, caught between the weight of the NDA and the growing pressure to tell her story, found herself at the center of a legal and media maelstrom. But the truth, as they say, has a way of coming out. In 2018, emboldened by the #MeToo movement, Stormy Daniels decided to challenge the NDA. Her decision to break her silence sent shockwaves through the media and the political establishment. The battle lines were drawn, the stage set for a legal and public relations showdown. The moment Stormy Daniels decided to break her silence, the game changed. At her side, a formidable ally emerged. Michael Avenatti, a lawyer known for his aggressive tactics. Avenatti, with his sharp suits and sharper tongue, became a fixture on cable news. He painted a picture of a cover-up, alleging that Trump and his team had conspired to silence Daniels using intimidation and hush money. Trump, never one to back down from a fight, responded with his signature blend of bluster and denial. The legal battle raged, a tangle of lawsuits, motions, and countersuits. Daniels sued Trump, seeking to invalidate the non-disclosure agreement. The legal wrangling played out against a backdrop of intense public scrutiny. Stormy Daniels, once relegated to the margins of society, became a household name. To some, Daniels was a heroine, a modern-day David taking on a Goliath. To others, she was a threat, a thorn in the side of a president they fiercely supported. The nation watched, captivated by the spectacle, as the legal battle unfolded. The case, with its salacious details and high-stakes implications, became a referendum on Trump's character. It was a defining moment, exposing the deep divisions in American society. The Stormy Daniels scandal wasn't just a legal battle. It was a media firestorm. Every twist and turn, every court filing, every public statement was dissected and debated on cable news and social media. Late-night comedians had a field day, their monologues filled with jokes about Trump, Daniels, and the absurdity of it all. Political commentators opined on the potential fallout, speculating on whether the scandal could bring down a presidency. The public couldn't get enough, devouring every detail. The scandal became a national obsession, a shared experience that transcended political affiliations. For a brief moment, it seemed as if the entire country was holding its breath, waiting to see what would happen next. The legal landscape shifted constantly. Michael Cohen, once Trump's loyal fixer, turned on his former boss, cooperating with federal investigators. The walls seemed to be closing in on Trump. The scandal had morphed into a full-blown legal and political crisis. Yet despite the mounting pressure, Trump remained defiant, attacking his accusers and labeling the investigation a witch hunt. His supporters, unfazed by the allegations, rallied behind him. The Stormy Daniels saga had become a defining chapter in the Trump presidency, exposing the deep divisions in American society. Donald Trump had an uncanny ability to emerge from scandal unscathed. It was as if the usual rules didn't apply to him. Accusations that would have sunk others seemed to roll off him. The Stormy Daniels scandal was no different. Despite the allegations, Trump remained defiant. His approval ratings held steady, his grip on power unshaken. His supporters rallied around him, their loyalty unwavering. They echoed his claims of a witch hunt. The Teflon Don nickname took on new meaning in politics. Trump's Teflon coating hid a complex reality. The Stormy Daniels scandal left a mark on his presidency. The constant scandals and legal battles cast a long shadow over his administration. The Stormy Daniels scandal, far from being a unifying national moment, exposed the deep fissures that ran through American society. It was a Rorschach test, with people on both sides of the political divide interpreting the events through the lens of their own beliefs and biases. For Trump's supporters, the scandal was further evidence of a deep state conspiracy to undermine his presidency. They saw Daniels as a pawn in a larger game, a willing participant in a plot orchestrated by those who sought to overturn the results of the 2016 election. For Trump's detractors, the scandal was confirmation of their worst fears. They saw it as proof of his unfitness for office, his lack of character, and his disregard for the rule of law. The scandal fueled their calls for impeachment, their anger and frustration growing with each new revelation. The national conversation, once civil and nuanced, devolved into a shouting match, each side retreating further into their respective echo chambers. The Stormy Daniels scandal, rather than bringing the country together, served as a stark reminder of just how deeply divided America had become. Though the legal battles subsided, the shadow of the Stormy Daniels scandal lingered over the Trump presidency. The image of Trump, entangled in a sordid affair with an adult film star, proved difficult to shake. The scandal raised questions about his character, judgment, and respect for women. These questions took on urgency in the context of his role as leader. The scandal extended far beyond Trump himself. It contributed to distrust and cynicism towards politicians. The scandal impacted the #MeToo movement, highlighting power dynamics. Daniels' story resonated with countless women silenced by fear and legal agreements. The Stormy Daniels scandal, a tempest in the Trump presidency, eventually subsided. The legal battles concluded, the headlines faded, and the nation moved on to the next crisis. But the saga left an indelible mark on Donald Trump's legacy. The image of the brash billionaire, tarnished by allegations of an affair and accusations of hush money, was a blow to his carefully crafted image. The scandal eroded public trust and deepened the partisan divide in American society. It normalized a level of discourse and behavior in politics that was unthinkable a few years prior. The Stormy Daniels affair was about power, truth, and the fragility of a system grappling with accountability. It was a scandal for the ages, a stark reminder of a time when America's political landscape was altered. Thank you for watching my video. If you liked it, please hit like and subscribe. A comment would be highly appreciated. It helps to figure out what kind of content you like and want to see in the future. I try to be factual. If you do not like it or think I am wrong, well, dislike and leave a comment too. No hard feelings about that. People can and should disagree in a civil manner. Got a different view? I am fine with that. So whether you agree or not, I wish you a great day. Maybe I see you again on my next video. And again, thank you for watching.